Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday to everybody. It's so good to see all of you. I'm so sorry I couldn't log on yesterday. I had a 8:30 a.m. appointment, so I couldn't log in yesterday, but thank you guys for all of the love and the support, and I'm so excited to be leading y'all on Thursdays. Such a blessing to just be a part of such a supporting group of people who want to learn and they want to grow, and that's why we're all here. And this just be a safe space. It's been such an amazing safe space for me, just personally and professionally this past year. So thank you all so much for showing up, for being here. And hopefully you guys walk away each time with some tangible things that you guys can start implementing in your business, whether it be social media, whether it just be mindset. That's what we're here to do. Brock, thanks so much for always hosting us. He's on his way taking Bryce to school this morning, so he'll join us in just a little bit as well. But I know last week we started off with a lot of and I apologize in advance. There was a lot of questions in the chat. I'm still getting used to Zoom, so bear with me. I want to answer some of those questions for you guys, but I want you guys to definitely keep in mind that social media is not about being perfect. It's showing up as a real human being, and that's the connection that I want you guys to have. Hop on even when your hair's not perfect and your makeup's not done, or you have your kids in the background, your dog in the background, because you're connecting with people on that personal level. So just keep in mind, social media doesn't have to be polished and professional all the time. People want to connect with you. It's about that connection that you're making with people. I have tons of people that reach out and they feel like they know me already because I share a lot of my life. Don't share everything, but I share a lot. So I just want you guys to, be cognizant of that when you're thinking about what you're wanting to post and you're in your head. Well, I don't look right today, or I don't like my outfit, or I don't like the way I look. Just show up, because that's the basis of all of this, guys. So again, feel free to put some stuff in the chat this time. I'm going to be more mindful about questions that come through. But I did have a few questions in regards to when I post in my stories. And guys, that is not planned. What you see in my stories is what you get. So I actually just went so I'm here at a very local small coffee shop this morning. And again, anytime that you guys can support local, that's always going to help, your local businesses, but also make you a name known. So what I did this morning is I did my first Facebook Live, and I got on there and said, hey, happy Thursday. I'm here leading this Zoom, but my tab is open. Come get your coffee, say Sold by Justine sent you, put it on my tab, and I'm going to be here till 10. So guys, it's just a way. I might not have anybody come get a cup of coffee, but if they do, again, it's the brand recognition of myself. It's also supporting local. It's little things like that you guys, that's easy to do. It might cost me 25, maybe $30. And if it works, one person comes, like, it worked, right? Like, it worked. So keep that in mind when it comes to your social media and utilizing that platform that you have. And again, just starting to show up in these. So definitely keep that in mind. It was vulnerable going live. I've never gone live before. But it was easy. I think I was live for about 10 seconds. So I got that off my chest and did that. That was my challenge to myself today. So, be thinking, always kind of think local and what you guys can be doing to drive business to your small businesses, because a lot of times these small businesses are they're doing everything that they can just to stay afloat, right? They're not huge in marketing. And so again, when you can kind of lean on these smaller businesses, it just helps you so much. And we can get into other ways that you can highlight these local businesses as well later on down the road. But it's a huge reach, right? Especially if they have a social media presence. So definitely always think about these. This is stuff that you guys are already doing in your daily lives. So you're going to get coffee, you're going to walk your dog, you're going to get lunch. Be starting to think about, okay, am I going to go to a chain restaurant? If I'm not going to go to a chain, go to a local eatery for lunch and highlight that spot. And again, guys, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you don't even have to be in it if you don't want to. So just a quick few reminders there. But so excited. Brock and I brought it upon ourselves last week to set you guys up with some accountability partners. And if you guys signed up for that, you've definitely received your partner. So I hope you guys have connected. If not, please be sure to do that today. And guys, this is nothing hard, right? This is going to be a 30-day challenge and it's not hard. A few minutes out of your day, just having that person holding you accountable. Brock and I do that in the mornings for the gym. And, you know, those days where I don't get up and go, I'm like, dang it. He beat me to it and I didn't go this morning. And now I got to tell him I didn't go. And now I'm mad at myself. So it's just having that extra layer of accountability. So utilize that, guys, and give yourself a challenge today. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave today with a challenge for each and every one of y'all, and I'll be watching. So definitely want to give you guys some tangible items to be implementing in your business. So I had questions about when I posted, how I posted. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to my post in my stories. Now, if I'm posting on a platform like Facebook or Instagram, I typically try to post early in the morning because that's when people are up and moving before they're off to work. Or you're going to post probably about that 5:30 p.m. time when people are off of work and they're going to be starting to be on their phones. So again, just thinking about, okay, when is my audience, right? When is my audience going to be looking at their phones and their social media? A lot of the times it's either going to be before work or after work. And engage, guys. Engagement is huge when it comes to your social media. So if people are liking and commenting, be sure you like and comment back to them. That's super, super important because that engagement will drive that post to keep going. And being intentional, right? You don't want to be so salesy that people are turned off, right? You want to be a human to these people. So does anybody have any questions about the accountability group so far? You guys can either unmute or put it in the chat. Nobody? Nobody? We've got some big news for Dee. Dee just joined Reel. So excited to have her. And Amy Kane. Is Amy on today? Where's Amy? Is she on today? It is Amy's birthday. So if y'all are training with Kane, wish her a huge happy birthday. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Amy. Thank you so much for pouring into everybody here that you do and holding us accountable as well. We all need that for sure. So I'm going to open it up one more time. What questions do y'all have? Because I want to make sure I answered them from last week. Did anybody have any other specific questions that I'm not really going over on the social media aspect? Any takers? Anybody? Come on, let's hear it. Don't be shy. I know there was a ton of questions last week. No takers. Okay. All right, guys. Well, Brock looks like he is joining us back here. We talked a little bit about our accountability partners, Brock, and just kind of making sure that they hold themselves accountable to that and they make that connection today.
I think good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday to you all. What's up, Joe? I got a new guy over here. Joe's here. Got a couple new people on here. Anna, good morning to you. So, yes, the accountability is I picked one of you as a leader. Okay, I really spelled it out, made sure very simple. If you didn't get the email, okay, if you didn't get the email, put a 3 in the chat. If you didn't get the email, put a 3 in the chat. If you weren't here last week and now you want to be an accountability person, put a 3 in the chat and then make sure you send us your email. You got to put your email in the chat also. That way we have it. I think we had I think there was 22 people that did it. So, put it in there so that I didn't receive an email. Some of you also didn't get an email on my coaching that I did, that I'm doing my free coaching for the next 90 days. Check your spam all, because sometimes these links, they go to spam. So do check your spam because there's 5 questions you got to answer for the interview process. And for those of you, I know John Hart's on here. Somebody's really lucky. You got John Hart as your accountability partner all. So John's like, wait, what? Huh? But so make sure you check your emails in reference to that. Christina, I didn't get an email about it. All right, Christina, we will make sure that Bethany, but they definitely check your spam on that. Now, I'm going here looking at some of the chats here. One of the questions for you, Justine, how do you overcome fear of social media? Fear of social media. Well, my first answer would be just don't go on it, but that's also not the answer.
That's not the answer. No. So, the fear, let me ask you this. What is your fear? And then I can help you overcome it. Is it just putting your face out there? Is it just you don't know what to share? What is the fear that you have that's holding you back right now?
So I will answer that question while the other person, whoever put that question, can answer it too.
I think it was
But
Denise.
here's my fear, Justine, and maybe somebody can help me overcome my fear. I have been hesitant. For those that know me, I have been hesitant. So I see your stories that you put about your life and what you got going on during the day. I have been contemplating doing the same thing that you do for 30 days in a row. I'm kind of contemplating doing it while I'm in the Philippines. Like maybe this is a time period I can do it.
That's huge.
But I don't do it because of fear of like, I don't even know how to explain it, except like, who cares what the hell I'm doing? Like, why does somebody care what I'm doing to do in a story? And to me, I think it goes into my past of my narcissistic traits and my ego being like, hey guys, my name is Brock. Let me just tell you what I got going on today. I went under
Sure.
contract, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, nobody cares, Brock. And so I
Nobody
put
cares.
into that imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not going to do it today because nobody cares what I do. And I literally, that was what, does anybody else put a 5 in the chat if anybody else thinks that way? So I don't feel alone, but that's my problem, Justine.
So I would tell you, I was there too. I have shown up in my stories for years, and it's consistency and it's learning to see what people connect with, and that's a lot of the reasons why I show up in my stories because I can go back and I can see what people are. Okay, if I post 5 stories throughout the day, how many people are looking at story 1 but staying till story 5, right? So yesterday I posted some of my workout stuff. Some of my workout stuff gets the most engagement out of everything that I post because I posted a lot about my weight loss journey. I post a lot about my workout. So that always gets a ton of engagement. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, what do I really want people to see, and how can I utilize what I know people are going to engage with to get them to see what I want them to see at maybe story 3, right? So like yesterday I was a little bit more intentional about my stories because I said, okay, people always engage in my workout stuff. And then yesterday at the gym, my gym highlighted me doing a video workout, and they shared that to their social media. So then I shared that, right? Because it's double the reach, right? Double the reach. So I shared that because I had some big news that I wanted to kind of like open up. So I was just accepted into the Real Broker Luxury division. And so I kind of wanted to give like a little sneak peek to that because I'm working up and doing a big media real release about that, about being in the luxury collection. So, it is kind of being intentional there. Um, but I would say I've had that same fear of who gives a crap what Justine Derby is doing throughout the day. But for whatever reason, people do, right? People do. They want to see me out there and what I do as a realtor throughout the day. And you might not get a ton of engagement. It doesn't matter. You're showing up for you. And I promise you, if you stay consistent with it, Lynn, I think Lynn is on here. Lynn Eaton's on here. She knows this and she's been getting better and better about it. And it's hard to show up, right? I mean, there's times where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I showing up for? But it works. And another example, just yesterday, again, going back to the local and small businesses, the local businesses, my sister and I stopped at lunch at this little hole in the wall. It's called Hickory Hut for barbecue yesterday. I pull up, I look over, and I see the City of Dallas truck. And I look over and I'm like, oh my God. And this guy is like saying, like, kind of waving to me, smiling at me. And I was like, hi, and then I get out of the car, walk to the front door. Well, I knew him long story short, I talked to anybody, right? Oh, God forbid, I'm going to probably get killed one day. But I was putting a sign out at a listing. And of course, my blonde moment came and I didn't have a hammer. So what did I do? I saw this guy out mowing his lawn across the street. I walk over, I make the connection with him, and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you mind if you have a hammer? Okay. Keep this in mind. We just start shooting the shit, right, guys? This is all about just conversations. We just start shooting the shit together, talking. Well, guess what? He was the guy in that City of Dallas truck yesterday. We start talking, and I was headed to my new listing. And he says, well, I'm kind of looking and I'm thinking about selling. Guess what? He ended up coming to that house that I went to stage yesterday to look at it. Did it result in an offer? No. But guess what? Like that connection and me putting that on my social media and highlighting Hickory Hut, like you just never know how many people are seeing that. And then you see these people and you become someone to these people over time, right? It's over time that this stuff builds, but I promise you it works. And so, like this little coffee shop that I'm in right now, has a little conference room, guys. So like utilize these spaces, right? So I'll meet agents here. I'll meet clients here if I need to. I'll do this Zoom here. So your world will open up when you start thinking a little bit more outside the box in what these local spots have to offer for you. And they love the social media presence because they're getting the interaction too. It's driving business in,
Well,
even if it's one or
that's
two
really the
people.
big. You just nailed the nail on the head. For those of you taking notes, I want you guys to. I'm going to take what Justine just said, and I'm going to apply it so you all can really understand this and why this is so very, very important. Okay. If you have not realized it yet, put a 7 in the chat if your real estate market and your business has slowed down a little bit. Put a 7 in the chat if you've seen the days on the market increasing. Put a 7 in the chat if there's not as many buyers. Put a 7 in the chat if the interest rates aren't dropping as much. Put a 7 in the chat if you know we're coming up to the holiday season. Okay. I'm sharing this with you all because the real estate market is going to go slow for 4 months. And if you don't have enough money in your bank account to cover your expenses, you're going to have some difficulty. And I'm just being real with you. That's what this show is all about, is just being real, that we're coming into some challenging times. And my coach, Michael Burt, said this: we do not have a money problem. We have a people problem. Okay. If you are not talking to enough people, you are not going to get enough business to pay your bills, which then you will put on your credit card. If you don't know this, the foreclosure rate has gone up 17% year over year. Write that down. This is informational that you need to educate and to control the narrative. And what Justine is sharing, this is what you put out. See, I have no problem with educating people. My challenge is to share people what I do throughout my day. And Jackie on here kind of pissed me off. And so now I'm intrigued because she put out a challenge. And I love challenges because I like to win. How many of you like to win? Put a W in the chat if you like to win and any little thing that you got. And if you don't like to win, I don't know what to tell you, but I like to win. And so now I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to do this challenge. And I'm contemplating this in my head to just say it out loud because everybody keeps their New Year's resolutions inside their head. And so it's not a resolution until you tell somebody and until you make yourself accountable. So I'm about to say it, but I'm going to do, and anybody else who wants to be on here, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge to myself. And if anybody wants to partake in it, you certainly can. If you don't, well, too bad. I'm going to do it myself, I guess. But if anybody else is willing to do it, let's do a 30-day challenge that we got to come on Facebook or Instagram. I don't even know. I'm going to have to learn how to
Whatever
do
your
this.
platform is, guys, it doesn't have to be one versus the other. Anna,
I
I'm going
guess
to
you
call
do
you
a
out, girl.
story. It's a story I'm going to do. I'm going to do a story, or is it a Facebook Live? Does it matter?
Well, okay, it depends if they're wanting to track
See y'all. See,
if they're
there's
wanting to
something
track
else.
it,
There's something else to it. Like it's not that
this
simple. I have to have it simple for me to do it because if it comes complicated, I don't do it.
yeah.
So simple. Okay.
My suggestion would be put in your stories, because that way they can go back and they can see what, like, who is engaging with what, how many people are looking. So I would post, 2 or 3 stories. Start with 3, okay? So that way you can see how many people are watching that first one and how many people stay with you to watch all the first, second, and the third one. Okay. And that's going to help you decide, okay, my audience likes to see pictures of
See, I
me
don't
and
know
my
about
kid,
you
or
all, but
they
she already,
they
she
like to see
already,
pictures of me and my dog. So that's what I would suggest y'all do. That's a challenge I would give y'all. I would put in your story so you can track and measure it.
so,
Because if
but
I go live, now that my live is over, I don't know that that I can go back and see it, because that was a new tool to me. So I'll let y'all know next week how that turned out. And we'll see if anybody actually orders the coffee.
So, how many of you want to be in? Marie just came in live stay for 30 days. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because if you get too many too many cooks in the kitchen, everybody. So this is what I'm personally gonna do. And if you want to be a part of it, you certainly can. So the challenge is you have to do a 30 days. And to be honest with y'all, since you're just starting, like when people tell me, Brock, I want to work out, I'm going to work out every day. I'm like, well, great. How many days are you working out now? 0. Okay. Well, you're not going to work out 7 days a week. It's just pretty much you're setting yourself up for failure. So, what I'm going to suggest is this, and this is what I'm going to do. And if anybody wants to be a part of it, so that way I can feel, let's see, what number haven't I used yet, John? I'm going to put a 10 in the chat if you want to join me on this 30-day. I'm going to say you could do Facebook Live, you can do a story, you could do anything. But it's got to be 30 days that you have to do it. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, because I don't know how to do some of it. So I'm going to be learning. Okay. I'm going to do exposure learning. Okay. Jackie's going to do stories. A Zoom user is going to do a 10. Who else? Lynn's going to do a 10. All right. I need to have a couple more people for accountability. Who else is going to? D is going to do it. Okay. Marie's going to do it. I hope I'm saying Lashai. She's going to do it. Westmoreland. Jennifer Wong's going to do it. Amanda Stidman's going to do it.
I love it.
Christina, you reach out to me too. I've been through a 5-year divorce and a debacle in child custody. Reach out to me. I can help you. Dawn's going to do it. Can it be about anything? Anything, Steve. We don't care what it is. Whatever it is, Dawn's going to, what are we committing to? We're committing to doing a 30-day
Showing up.
showing up on live. That means on Sundays all. Okay. Saturdays and Sundays count. Live on Facebook or story or Instagram. Okay. That's the first. We're just trying to you reduce friction when it comes time for this all. Okay. Zoom user. I don't know who the Zoom user is, but even the Zoom user is getting involved. We got 10. Where's Michelle? Michelle better be on here too. I'm gonna hold Michelle accountable to this too. Steve B.
And guys,
Mildred.
I would do something, guys. Truly, I would start with something personal. I would start with having something personal. Number 2, something that you're working on in your business, right? Because we do want them to still remember, hey, Justine's the go-to real estate agent, Lachey's the go-to realtor. So we want to make sure that even if it's something as simple as you're working on a CMA for a client, or you're working on mailers for a client, a picture. If you don't want to be in it, guys, you don't have to be. I do suggest that you are in it, because people want to see you. You want to become a person to these people that are watching. So that's another huge suggestion. But do something personal, something business related. And then a third idea, maybe like a behind the scenes, right? So something B-roll. Anna from New Jersey, her and I have never met. We connected on Instagram, and I'm so happy to see you here, girl. And I know that you've kind of been through a journey with your business, and I know that you're trying to up that. I see that you post. Your content is amazing, and I don't think that's the social media that's your problem. I think that we need to get you out in front of other people. And where does that happen? Doing something like the coffee shop that I just said to do. We want to get you having conversations with people. So definitely start talking to people. I know it's kind of hard, but like I said, I'll talk to the brick wall. I was so alone in my business for so long, and now I'm like, I'll talk to anybody. Just talk to me.
Well,
So guys,
and that's the thing, all you need to be talking to people because you just never know where the deal could possibly go. It helps accountability. So one of the things I'm going to add to this, Justin, because I really love where this is going, and if you don't have a plan for, I will realize is people just. So how are we going to do this? I want everybody. Jay, could you make sure everybody has a Roxy Ann's Mindset Motivational Facebook page? This is my private coaching page. Okay. I want you to go in there daily. I hope my internet is working. No, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. Okay, you can
we can
hear
hear
me.
you.
My internet's been
It was a little spotty for a minute.
Spectrum doesn't know this yet, but they're about to get fired. They're about to get fired. So, um, this is what I'm going to do. Sorry if I'm choppy. Okay. You're going to go in the Brock Zevans Mindset Motivational Facebook private page. You're going to go in there. You're going to keep yourself accountable, saying to each and every day that you did your live, you showed up. Just you're going to type up showed up. That's what we're going to do. Showed up. That's all you're going to do. So that way you can help others
And my other challenge,
do it,
what I
or
was
it's
going
a
to lead,
reminder.
yep, and what I was going to lead y'all into is tag me in your story. I can then share that, and then that's audience. So anytime that anybody does that for you, reshare it because that's huge, guys. If anybody tags you in anything, reshare it. That's super
Yeah,
important.
put my name in there too. I want to get
Yeah,
tagged.
tag
That sounds
tag
like
Brock and
fun.
I will reshare it, guys, because that's super, super important for engagement. But yeah, and you don't even have to tag us. There's a way that you can make it invisible. If you're on Instagram, just you can post to your story and then you can go back to it and say mention, put in Brock and I there, and we can still share it, guys. So do that. Hold us accountable, hold ourselves accountable for that too, because if I tell you I'm going to share it, I'm going to share it. Okay. Um, and I want
And
you
then
guys to
if you see
understand
somebody
too.
from here, Justine, too, another thing,
Yeah,
engage in their post, all like make a comment
absolutely.
to them, give them a thumbs up. Just let's help each other out on this because we need to get more exposure on this. Justine, put your information, or Jay, put Justine's information in here. So somebody has questions about how to do this or wants to dive deeper with Justine on, guys, she's the pro. You don't want to ask me. This is not my specialty, but I'm the accountability, discipline, annoying guy that will blow you up every morning and say, "Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it?"
Yep.
But put Justine's information's all right there. Reach out to Justine and engage with her, and she can help you.
And I will always absolutely try to engage with your posts, guys. I do a ton on social media and I do my best to go in there and like and comment because it is important. And people don't realize how important that is. On your stuff, right? So even if it's somebody you don't really know, but it's somebody you want to get to know, start liking their stuff. Um, Anna, I think I just video DM'd you what last week, something like that, and we just had that connection. And so you just never know where it brings you. And now you're here, you're listening, you're soaking it all in. And I mean, I adored that. So Anna, thank you so much for being here today. And I know a ton of you guys on here, and I know you guys are working hard at it and pushing forward. And I love seeing that. So again, that's my challenge to you guys. Go post something in your stories, tag us in it. We will reshare that. And you guys got to stay consistent with it. It's not about perfection, guys. It's about connection. It's not about perfection. It's about connection. And it has completely changed my world this year.
Sherry. Sherry, I'm
But
just laughing. Sherry's just so bubbly too. She's like, this is gonna be fun. I'm
it's
like a
going to be
nervous wreck
fun.
over here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
No, it's going to be so fun. I love it.
Um, so before we conclude for today, for those of you who are still interested in our showing up challenge, okay, you put some tens in the chat, you know what you're going to do. For those of you for accountability, you put your email in the chat for accountability, and we're going to match you up with the accountability partner. For those of you who are interested in my 90-day free coaching that I'm doing and you want to be interviewed for it, you're going to put your email in the chat here, and I will reach out to you to make sure that you get the information that you need. We have Justine's information in here. We got the private Facebook group for what? Boy, we got a lot going on here today. Boy,
I know.
Justine, you
I'm
got
like,
us a
Rob,
lot.
you ready for all this?
We'll figure it out all. We'll figure. And I'm going to the Philippines to
Figure
see
it
my
out.
ladies in Philippines in 2 days all, and I'm a nervous wreck going there. So here we go. So Justine, oh no, Michelle, say your thing because we got the author edition, and then Justine close us out.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm looking forward for tomorrow, the Figure It Out Friday Authors Edition. For all of you people that have not accepted the challenge to write a chapter by the end of October, we're going to talk about how we get started using AI, Chat GPT. And I'm so excited. And thank you, Justine. It was an incredible day. We got so much going on.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for you guys, and make sure you guys go out. We're going to hold you guys accountable because I'm going to be seeing, okay? And I cannot wait to see all of your posts. I know it's a hard thing to be vulnerable and put yourselves out there, but I promise you the second that you do and the second that you can stay consistent with it, it will absolutely change everything. And it's not just about showing up, it's about showing up with intention, you guys. So make sure that that's what you guys are thinking about. You guys want your business to grow. This is the easiest, fastest platform that you can get your name, your face, what you do out there to hundreds, if not thousands of people in the click of a button. Okay. So make sure you're utilizing. It's an amazing tool if you learn to respect it and you learn to utilize it. So you guys have an amazing Thursday.
Jay, take a look. They said the Facebook group isn't working. Could you make sure that's fixed too? Sorry, guys. We're just still keep going over here. Thanks. Thanks, Justine. It worked for me. Okay, double check all. It seems to be working. Thanks, Justine.
Bye, guys.